Mahjong. Hi.
Oh, hey, yeah, we are live now. We are live now.
Hi.
Hello, raiders. Thank you, Teacher Amy, for the raid. And Auntie, that's a new Auntie. That's a new name. I haven't seen that name before. Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, we're studying Live 2D.
Okay, I think. So what I was told is Amy was going to raid us as soon as we started the stream today. So we need to set her up really quick. But let me just.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I where's your stuff anyway? I don't think I have your stuff. It should be the
same link for. Oh my gosh, my.
Yeah, could you send me?
Sorry, I just got blasted with Mahjong volume.
I'm sorry. Could you send me the link? Cause I totally don't have it.
That background music. I love the background music, but it's so intense and loud.
Well, it's intense and loud if you have your speakers all the way up.
Yeah, I'm turning it down. I think I just had all the volume like way up.
Yeah, I wanted to do introductions really quick, but we need you here before we can do introductions, so.
Ah, yes. Where am I? Reactive PNG. What's my...
Yeah, I don't think I have your reactive PNG on this scene, but oh, wait, I may have... Do I have it elsewhere, actually?
I can give you the link.
Yes,
give
please.
Me 1 second.
Please, give me the link.
So Auntie has been learning,
Oh yeah, tell me about your stream. How'd it go?
It went well. I did just the art mesh and the eyes for a chibi model.
Okay.
Not unlike yourself.
Not unlike myself. Learned a lot from Amy. Yeah, she's a good teacher. She's a good teacher.
Yay. Oh my gosh, guys. I have a different Discord account, and now Discord Reactive Images wants to use that, which is totally just my face. That is not what I want.
Oh no.
It's automatically logging it in. Why can't I change my account? I'm sure everyone would love to get a face reveal.
I accidentally face revealed myself last week, to be honest.
You did?
Oh, huh?
Well, I mean, no, it's wiped out from everyone's memories now. Because I censored that part of the stream, but yeah, but basically I was cooking, and apparently the water was extremely reflective. So yes.
So it wasn't like your camera turning on.
Oh no, it wasn't like that. It's because I was cooking and I didn't think to take into account the water I was using. Hey Bison, welcome.
That's funny.
Oh, hi Bison. That's like pretty much what I always fear when I take pictures of my aquariums. So if it's at night and then the aquarium light is like illuminating it from the inside, there'll be no reflection.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty.
But in the daytime, it could be like my whole face.
I'm usually pretty careful about reflections, and you know what? If I didn't mind showing my face on stream, that'd be one thing. But I don't. It's not like an emergent thing, okay? It's not like an emergent thing. But I don't even like getting normal pictures of myself taken. So. I don't like showing up on camera, basically. So it's like, yeah, it's that kind of thing. Anyway, guys, let me know if you can hear everyone else pretty decently. I don't know what the audio is like.
I feel like you might be peaking sometimes.
Well, it depends, because what you hear in Discord is not what's on stream.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
So
I'm listening through Discord.
You sound good on stream.
Ah, good.
Is the balance okay on stream? I'm always trying to figure out if the balance is okay.
Yeah, I sound fine.
The more people, the harder it is.
Amy is 15% quieter. Let me see if I can bump you up.
And I gave you my Discord reactive link in Discord.
Okay, I bumped both of your mics up to like 200%. So
whoa.
it usually takes that much for you guys to be
Who's the third speaker?
to be heard.
The
Ruka.
third speaker is
Ruka's
me.
I think the third speaker is you, Montauk.
Oh,
No, I have no
And
idea. I'm just...
and I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you.
what do you have me set in Discord?
200.
Jesus.
Increase your input.
Hold on.
Yeah, we haven't introduced him
Blessings.
yet. I should
Frog with crown.
Proud with crown. It's fairly. Yeah, I
He's-
even I can barely hear Montauk right now, to be honest.
I can hear him.
I can hear
But
him, but he's
On
very
the stream,
low.
it's quiet.
It's
yeah.
very low. And I already have you at 200%, so. Ruka is me, where the family and friends has to sneak in photos, or we will avoid cameras for the most part. Yes. Yes. I'm not sure how you guys feel about getting pictures taken or selfies in general.
I don't like it at all.
Pictures in
I
general?
take them, but I don't take them often.
I videotape myself every week, so I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not. It's not like I avoid cameras in general. I
Mhm.
just don't like me being the focus.
Mm-mm.
Yet here we are, being the focus.
Here we are.
Here we are being the focus. It's just
It's different when you're anime.
it's different. It's a different goal here compared to some other things I'm thinking of, like selfies.
Yeah, where you don't want to be.
Like selfies, or if you just want to take pictures of the background and everything else that's happening. I
Mhm.
think the thing I don't like about pictures in general or photos in general is the posing. There's a time and place for posing. Taking a
Well,
pose for
you-
pictures.
You just need to. Well,
Yeah,
I don't wanna
Montauk.
say you just need to relax, but like I think it's not. We worry about it nowadays because everyone always poses. But I
Hmm.
think in most photos, like candid looks good.
Yeah, I always prefer candid,
I agree.
regardless.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, Montauk.
How do I
Ooh.
sound now?
It's
Listen
better.
to that
It's
deep
better.
voice coming through.
It's better. How does Montauk sound, guys? Montauk's much better.
Hey,
Yeah.
baby. What's
Oh my
poppin',
gosh,
Auntie?
Swanky Fudge has way too much info about me.
I have a bunch of photos of Amy that I use
Believe-
for black belts.
He can
Nah.
blackmail me with like so much. I've known him for almost 20 years.
Bison,
no.
does that mean be louder, or is he's actually louder? Because I
I
agree.
think it is louder.
He is louder,
Must be.
but I already have
He
you
sounds
maxed
good
out,
to
so I
me.
can't make you even louder than you are right now.
Mm-mm.
Right.
To me,
I
it
think I might
sounds
have
so
turned it down for
clear.
karaoke. That's why. I'm
Ah,
But
okay.
like even when Brandy was going back over it, or when she was listening into it, but needs to turn his audio up on his end.
Yeah, you need to turn your audio up, I guess, a bit more.
Mm-mm.
I have like all the outputs set to.
Oh, that might
What
be
do you
a
call
bit
it?
much. That might
To
be a bit
100.
much. That might be a bit
This
much.
sounds. Your voice is coming through so, rich. I feel now.
Rich now.
It's
Okay.
rich. It sounds full, I guess.
Man, Miss
Because
Walker,
the
thank
volume
you
is turned up on
for
your end.
following. And Amy, do you have your link yet?
He's good to me.
Oh yeah,
okay,
I put it
Bison
in
says it's
Discord.
not
I put it
good.
in Discord.
Discord. Oh, Discord. Discord.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if there's a audio setting
I was wondering what that was. Hold on.
on.
Little
my computer.
frog. I'm just looking at the stream on my TV as well.
Hmm.
That little
Monarch,
frog.
you
is-
might have an auto adjust feature on your Discord or your computer, so as you turn the volume up, it compensates and turns you back down.
Oh.
Swanky, tell me how to turn it back up. Get me up, boy.
Oh,
Get you up.
How do I do this?
Let me see. Okay, there's Amy.
Discord
Hi,
is what I
hi.
like.
hi.
All right, we're gonna have to.
But I think it's
Move
okay
it a
now,
little bit.
right?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now
I'll,
I'm
I
so
think
tall
you're so
compared
tall.
to Chibi's.
Speech.
Yeah, we do have the.
No.
We do have the collection of sizes here. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
There we
You
go.
can move Monotalk over me a little bit because I'm tall now.
It's hard to troubleshoot without screen share because it depends on your OS, your audio software, and various plugins.
I think
True.
I
I
think
guess
need
it's something I'll
to
have to fiddle with a little bit later. But as long as now it's good, then it's decent.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, we got started. Thank you.
Here we are.
Now that
Thank
the
you.
stuff section's done.
Scuff section's done. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Okay, so let's start off. Hello, everyone. My name is Ruka. I'm the host of this podcast / Mahjong party that we hold every 2 to 3 weeks. We have Amy.
Hi.
There's Amy over there. You probably know her already. And
yeah,
then
I brought in a bunch of people.
you brought in a bunch of people, and then we have our third person, Monotalk.
Hello.
He's a friend of ours,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently
Pet frog. Apparently.
he's also the pet
Yeah.
frog.
Very cute.
The weird pet frog. This is not the pet frog I'm used to seeing. It's a little bit different than usual. I'm also probably a little bit different than usual, but if there's a first time you seeing me, then this is, I guess, my normal.
Oh, is it the first time you've used the chibi model for
Mahjong,
the
yes.
Mahjong stream?
Yes.
Ooh,
nice.
exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So
Amy, you did the rigging for him, right?
yes.
I did do the rigging.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So are the eyes asymmetrical?
The
Or
eyes just
asymmetrical?
don't have a pupil, so they're different a little bit because actually the chibi is drawn at a slight angle.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
it's an angle.
I was
It's an
noticing.
Yeah,
angle.
so actually it's kind of a nice. It's a different style than usual because usually we start with a model that's straight on.
Yes.
But now Ruka has that nice 3/4 angle where he's looking up at the screen.
Yeah, I dig it. I really dig it.
Yeah, the artist that that helped me with this, he does a bunch of this kind of angle because what his normal thing is he usually does like monster or character art for RPG games, like your old school RPG games, and that's why we kind of are at this angle for the most part, and that's I like this stuff, so that's why I asked
Yeah,
him.
you're an RPG character.
Technically.
So cute.
Technically. Yeah. Okay, so
So
we're getting a little bit of a tech support here at the chat. Looks
Ooh.
like. You
Swanky
say-
coming in with the FAQs.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, usually he has to help me with a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah. The tough thing with getting audio into the scene is especially when you have to deal with Discord because
Yeah.
everyone's mic's different, and then you have to make sure all the settings from last time are the same and all that stuff. It sounds me coming from over here. I mean, like me trying to get everyone here together. I can hear you one way on Discord, but once we filter all that to OBS, that's much more different. But anyway, so welcome to our Mahjong video podcast. Basically, what this is, if you're not familiar with us yet, this we basically come in here
Hey,
every 2 to 3
Swanky.
weeks.
Thanks, Swanky.
Thank you for dropping by. And basically, every 2 to 3 weeks, we come here, play Mahjong, talk about random stuff, sometimes on theme, sometimes just random, actually. And you guys in the chat are able to also interact with us as well as play with us. So
We got a fourth spot.
we got a fourth spot.
Come join us. Share the
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and create a room. You said just a normal game today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a normal game then. So, let me just get this into the
Friendly matches. Ooh, let's use a different character. But last time when I used a different character, my luck was not as good as usual, I feel.
Just join, or is there a command queue? I don't think I have a queue set up. I do want to get our other hosts in here first, and then when we have them in here, then we can whoever wants to join in for the fourth one, you're gonna just have to click the link. I don't think there's a queue per se though. I don't think we've had an issue for a queue yet. So
Oh, and the room number is here too.
yeah, I'm putting the link in chat right now.
Oh, nice.
So you can do that.
I am still going to be
I'm
handsome
matching
boy.
you.
You're gonna
Yeah,
be handsome
I
boy.
feel like I match you better now.
You do actually.
Yeah, you do. Is this the
And
character you were trying to
then-
use last time? And then
And did really badly.
and then you did really badly, yeah.
I lost horribly.
And then as soon as you
Yeah.
switched back, you got a lot better.
Yeah, I need to find my confidence in my new avatars.
Exactly. It kind of looks like she's Ruka's character is like our young artistic daughter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, come along, dear. Let's go.
Are you
Well,
bond?
really-
What's wrong, match now?
Are you bonded the characters you're using today? I don't think I've tried bonding the characters, but it's not fully bonded.
Mine
Bonded?
is
What is that?
not.
So your characters have this hey, Beowulf looks, oh wow.
Handsome guys.
Oh, he got the hot character.
They got a hacked.
You're hot too.
Nice.
Look at me. Look at these guys.
Yeah, but
Because a cute girl.
yeah, I want to use a cute girl, that's why.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's very cute. It's a nice character.
But before
So hot.
we get the round started, I just wanted to mention, yeah, each character you use has a affection / bond thing. You may not notice it unless you like
Oh my
play
god.
the normal play like ranked a lot. But once you get that to like 5 hearts, I think you get a different outfit.
You can bond with gifts too.
Yes, you can-
give them gifts.
You can bond with gifts. It's faster
Oh,
with
yeah, I've done that
gifts.
a couple times. A couple times. Very few.
But it takes a lot, actually.
Oh yeah, so if you're playing with us, you don't have to mute because on a normal table you can hear everyone. But do please minimize the screen. No stream sniping me for sure.
Yeah, only Ruka. Only Ruka's vulnerable.
If heart bond lets your character fully voice the hand you win. Ah, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought there was also a different outfit, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Ooh, there's
So,
multiple
I think
outfits.
so.
There are multiple
Yeah,
outfits for different
yeah.
characters. Yeah.
Ooh.
But I think some of the outfits are bought, I think.
Yeah,
That's fine. No, I shouldn't spend money. No.
I
You
spent a
can-
lot of money like a few weeks ago.
I already spent $100 just to get my first
Yeah.
character. What the heck, man?
I think I've probably spent $100 total on this game by now because
20
I
bucks, baby. 20 bucks.
25
Mm,
cents.
that's cool.
I wish I
Such
could
a
say
cool
that.
Character.
Mhm. I really lucked out. But I want some other ones.
5% my butt. It's not 5%. Was it 5%?
The different outfit is a separate section. Oh,
Oh, okay.
perfection. Interesting.
Auntie,
What
do you
is
play
this
Mahjong?
all here?
She sounds like she plays the game. At least the
Yeah,
game.
specifically this game.
Nice.
Auntie is in my community for Live 2D. I didn't realize that Mahjong was a potential conversation topic as well.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I should probably. Let's see. Several characters bonded.
Oh wow.
Super Rookie, just enjoy the characters, or just enjoy the game. The game's pretty fun. So, Monta, what were we talking about before we started the stream? I forgot already.
I was talking about. We were talking about Coors Light because you're making fun of me for drinking Coors Light.
I was making
We're
fun
also
of you.
talking about black licorice
Okay, black lic.
Oh.
So why did you ask me the black licorice thing?
because I'm eating black licorice.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And
then like I went to give Brandy a kiss before I started stream, and she was like, "You smell gross. Go away."
Sad.
I was like, "Some people, like you said earlier, it was like some people just really don't like the smell of licorice."
Yeah. Black licorice is such a strong smell too.
It
I
is,
like it.
especially if you have a history with Jägermeister.
thing is, I don't know. I don't know what black
Oh.
licorice or licorice in general smells or tastes like. I've heard it's
You
like
haven't tried it?
I've heard it's like a star anise or something.
Yeah.
But
Usually, yeah.
the thing is, if it's star anise, I've had star anise in like 5-spice, and that's okay with me. But then 5-spice is a bunch of other stuff in there too.
Go out to your Walgreens and get a bag of Twizzlers and try it. It'll change your
The
life.
black ones.
Maybe not the black ones because that's getting in strong, but maybe just the strawberry because that's standard.
I think I've had strawberry before, but I'm
yeah,
not.
like the strawberries. It's not really licorice though.
It's
just called licorice.
The thing is, I'm not a fan of Twizzlers to begin with, so it's like
That's also fair. Not a lot of people are.
I like them.
Same. The cherry flavored ones,
Mhm.
those are my favorite, homie.
like okay, but
black licorice only sometimes though.
okay, so I guess Twizzler is like baby licorice. I heard there is this thing called salted licorice or something.
Mhm.
That's
what my sister likes.
It sounds gross.
I think
it's not gross. It's just really weird.
I think that when people think of licorice, that's possibly the first thing they think of, the hard candy or taffy type of licorice, rather than the Twizzler type thing. So
well, like that, like they used to sell this a lot in the southern states. Of what is it called? Saltwater taffy.
oh yeah, that's still a
sells like
thing.
crazy.
That's still a thing.
That is still a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's popular here too.
Is it really?
Just like if you go to some farmers markets, then they have it because we are on the coast. But I think it's probably even more common on the East Coast. Oh, thank you, Auntie. She said enjoy the game. Old-timey downtowns in my areas do saltwater taffy. Yeah, I feel like
nice.
anywhere that's trying to be like cute,
Or touristy.
rustic.
Touristy.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't saltwater taffy kind of hipsterish now? No, it's not.
No.
Maybe I just have.
I wouldn't consider it hipsterish. I would consider it gross.
I think I know what you mean, Ruka, because you will see it sold in places like farmers markets.
Yeah.
So that's why you have that association, maybe.
Or maybe I just feel old now that I anything that seems old it feels hipsterish. I don't know, because usually hipsters kind of like the old retro stuff, but what is actually old and retro now? We're at this point of our lives.
Ruka just starts having an existential crisis mid Mahjong match.
My god, I'm old. Whoop! Sorry, Monitor.
I didn't have anything anyway.
Yeah, this has not been my game yet. We're warming up though. That's only game one.
Yes, it's only round one.
Round one, excuse
Round
me.
one.
Nothing. It's nothing.
Auntie, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
Oh, getting some info.
Yeah, we got a spy now tonight. We can't watch Ruka's screen, but y'all can.
It's actually really convenient because the way my TV has an overlay, it can cover like just the tiles.
Oh, good.
Well, I think if I squint through the overlay, I could see, but I'm not
Cheating.
trying that hard to squint through it.
But yeah, I don't know. Whenever I get reminded of how old I am, it's like a little bit of me dies.
Okay,
Yeah,
just a little bit of me.
You're not that old. Well, okay, I do have one.
Well, here's
We're not that old.
Well,
We're
here's
not that old.
okay. So for anyone that doesn't know, the other name to this podcast is Boomer Podcast, but we don't call it that. We don't call it that.
This is what Ruka thinks. We're all kind of. We're not boomers.
We're not boomers. We're just older.
According to the
millennials.
according to the internet, we are boomers.
Oh my god.
No, we're not boomers. No, absolutely not.
He refuses.
No, yeah, because like there are people that are 40 plus years old that are considered millennials.
Oh, actually.
Really?
And like, what about the Generation X people? Wait, is it baby boomers, then Gen X?
I don't
No.
know. I don't know how that works, to be honest.
What are the?
The boomers are from the 60s ish.
Is it 60s? I thought it was 50s
No,
for
even
some
before,
reason.
it's post World War II.
That's right. It is post World War II.
I
Excuse me.
think Gen X is like the forgotten generation
Technically, yes.
for a reason.
Technically, yes.
Because no one talks about them. Because we're Gen Y. If you're talking about millennials, we're like also Gen Y, I guess.
Why do we have to put everything in generations? I mean, I guess it makes it easier to mark decades
It's a
like that.
sociological way of categorizing generations.
It is. It is.
Yeah. For our own mental
Our own history.
organization,
Our own
I
history.
guess.
Well, just like as a history of as a species.
Yeah.
And these are just like the cute colloquialistic terms that people use.
You know what's funny though?
I was a sociology major, sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ooh, I was
Well.
like, wow, he's read about this.
Yeah, I have.
I see.
Ah.
Okay, sociology major here.
Auntie was saying
But-
about the. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. But in Japanese generations,
Hmm.
we actually would be in the same generation as boomers because they go by how long the emperor lives.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're no, not you.
Heiwa,
but
right?
Me and Ruka are in the Showa generation.
Oh, is it Showa?
We are Showa,
When-
which means we're in the second to last year of Showa.
When was Heiwa?
You mean Heisei?
Hey, is it Heisei?
Heisei is the next one.
And then
So
Reiwa was the next one, right?
Yes, Reiwa is the current one. So like people who are born in the Reiwa era are babies. People who are born in the Heisei era are like 34, 33, maybe. I'm not exactly right, but like early 30s or younger.
Hmm.
And then Showa includes like our grandparents and us. or maybe like our parents and us and older people. Because
Okay.
the emperor lived for a long time, you know?
He was in power for a long time.
Or
Oh,
yeah, sorry. So 60.
Well, actually,
Well, and then theoretically, when you die, then that's when the age will end. But nowadays, you can retire for the first time ever. You can choose.
I think it was they made an exception for the current emperor, but you were right. The Showa emperor actually passed away before the age transferred over. But
So weird fact about that: the eras that you're talking about of emperors,
Mhm.
that is also how they categorize the Godzilla movies.
Really?
probably,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah,
that kind of
the
makes
Showa
sense.
Era, the Heisei era.
Yep.
That makes
all that.
sense.
Or Heisei,
Oh, and
sorry, I can't
TNT
remember
is
what
Showa
it is.
as well. Yeah, that makes sense because like it's pretty much like at least it's standardized compared to. Okay, so the
Yeah.
downside is like it doesn't make any sense because like I'm not the same generation as my parents, obviously. However, it's discrete years where you can say like that's when it ended.
Yes.
Unlike our generations, which are like this idea kind of.
It's. I think it's more of a decade thing. The way we categorize it.
Decades. Mhm.
The way we categorize it seems more like a decade thing, or at least like decade and a half. While at least Japanese, the way they do it's like it makes sense. At least there's like I said, like you said, there was a definite end and beginning to that. But let's say, oh, what was I going with this? What was I going with
I
this?
put down something I shouldn't have.
I was
Story
think,
of my life.
I was kind of thinking like say you're from the Heisei era and then but you're in the last year of the Heisei era. You don't you kind of share the same era as the ones who started that or in the middle of that era, but it feels a little bit weird being called that when the next year is like Reiwa or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and like I didn't feel like I was identifying with my coworkers who were also Showa era,
Mhm.
you know, whereas I would identify more with the Heisei era people who were just like a few years younger than me.
I mean, it is true that the eras in Japan are basically government sponsored or whatever you want to call it, but
Japan eras are also determined by the government versus American eras are made up by society and whatever gen name becomes popular.
yeah.
True. Like
Like we
Zoomers.
name
It's basic.
Yeah.
It's basically media / now internet culture because I think
Pop culture.
pop
yeah.
culture. Because I think before then, it might have been sociologists that actually tried to categorize everything, and then the internet came and that fell apart.
No, it's not the internet came and it fell apart. It's the internet came and amplified things a shit.
Amplified.
And I guess like,
Including
yeah, I guess those distinctions are just becoming less defining for us, maybe.
Yeah,
I
now
don't
it's
know,
like
what is retro anymore? You just said it. Like, we are so aware of like older media as well because we can access it easily.
it's and nostalgia sells.
nostalgia
And
sells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you will open up your wallet for for nostalgia.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that's actually pretty,
Oh,
that
that's
hurts
really
pretty
good.
much.
This time it's
We're playing
free.
and it wasn't on me. Fucking
Are we just passing points?
So much.
Are we just passing points around? Because it went from Monotalk, it went then Amy, and well, it went from Monotalk to Amy, then Amy to me, and then now me to Beowulf over here. We're just passing points around, and with interest, it seems.
Press. But yeah, actually, just to like add to that about how basically the eras are determined by the government, like even the years written on things are written as the era. So my Japanese driver's license, when I came from Japan back to Canada, I had to change my driver's license from Japanese to English again, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to get a translator, obviously. But with Japanese, it's especially important because the dates make no sense.
They absolutely
So-
do not.
Like if you were just to glance at my license, it would say like it would expire in the year Heisei 22. And you're like, what is the year Heisei 22? Nobody knows what that is.
I don't think even
Um,
Japanese know what that is.
But they do because in school we like constantly used it. Like we always used.
You see this?
Like, to this year is Heisei 27, and we would like write it up on the board on the schedule and stuff.
And they still
And
have,
then newsletters would say Heisei 26, 27, whatever.
and they still keep up with the year that everyone else in the world uses.
They know it.
They know it.
Like everyone, like yeah, they know it, but they just know both. The same way that like with time, Japanese people use 24-hour time a lot, but they're comfortable with 12-hour time as well. But it takes a lot of mental adjustments, I think.
I'm actually used to 24-hour time because that's what
I prefer it as well.
the medical and military use that a lot.
That makes sense for you, yeah.
For
Yeah.
medical, oh my gosh, it could be so important.
Absolutely.
It's extremely important in medical, especially if you work in a hospital setting. Because if you don't get the times right, you get your operation times wrong, you get your
Oh my god.
your medicine delivery times wrong, everything.
Yeah, I was about to say you get your not delivery wrong, but the time at which you're supposed to take a medicine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean everything as far as the hospital system is concerned. Since I used to work in a hospital, I mentioned that specifically. It has to be in 24-hour time, just so everyone is clear. Everyone is clear. I guess it's
I
weird.
prefer it now because I'm used to it too. Actually, my phone has 24-hour time written on it.
Yep, same. Same for mine.
Same.
I know for some people they are not. They get weirded out by it first because they think it's confusing, but it's only confusing after 12 p.m. After that, you just kind of add 1 from 12. It's like, okay, that's what it actually is.
Yeah. Sometimes on store signs, they would write like 0, 0, 0, 0 as their closing time. But sometimes, just to be really clear, they would write 2400.
You know what's confusing though?
Interesting. Okay.
That's like a Japanese like convenience store, you know? Like they might choose to write it as like 2400, maybe.
Huh.
So
I mean, it gets the message across either way, but that's just interesting of another way of doing it.
here's the weird
But
part.
0 is more common.
Here's the weird part if you haven't seen it before. The
Yeah.
TV times. can
TV
go
time?
For what times?
the TV times, the TV schedule
TV
times
times. Gotcha. Okay.
can go all the way up, I think, to 28, 27, 29 hours.
Oh, because they want you to know that it's like the wee hours of the morning or something.
Yeah, have you seen that, Amy? Because I know I've seen some schedules that say it happens at 2800. What the heck is 2800? That doesn't
Whoa,
make any
what?
sense.
I think I've only seen up to 24. I think I've seen it extended past maybe to 25.
Yeah, I think
Like
I've
rarely.
25 I've seen for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've actually seen 28 or I'm just making that up. But to me, it feels like 20. They do show hours past 24, and it's like 24. Okay, I get it, but past 24, it's like that technically
It's
does
kinda
not exist.
confusing.
That technically does not exist. It is strange. It is strange to see, though. Yeah, Auntie knows what
Oh,
I'm
she's
talking
seen them
about.
too. Okay, yeah.
I think
The
usually.
well-recorded anime. Oh.
Ah, right. It was anime that happens at that time. Also, your weird game shows that people don't typically see.
The weird game shows, yeah.
They used to come on Comedy Central for me late at night. It was so funny.
I love weird game shows so
I
much.
love them too, dude. Like
Oh my God,
sometimes
you
I'll,
would
I'll
love
go on
Japanese
YouTube and just
people.
watch random Japanese game shows because those
Yeah.
are the best. I don't always know what's going on, but
Yeah.
it is freaking hilarious.
They're amazing.
Aren't the game shows in Japan usually with I'm thinking like idols groups and stuff like that?
It's usually TV personalities, idols, etc.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah, it's a weak
that's
one.
fine.
Not
You
a
ain't
huge
this
one.
shit.
Not a huge
That's
one.
fine. Whatever.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
I'm still in fourth. Come on, Amy. But yeah, so like here, I was gonna say here in America. I'm not even in America.
You're in North
I'm in
America.
America.
You're in North
in like
America.
American shows, it's like normal people, right? Just regular people like us.
Yes.
On game shows.
Yes.
But usually on Japanese game shows, it's like TV personalities or idols because they're like promoting themselves, I guess.
Yeah. They do that a lot. I don't
I think
think.
for America, it's more like the people that go on talk shows are the ones that are promoting themselves.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Or
Game
Dancing
shows.
with the Stars is another one.
Yeah,
Hard Day?
like there must be competitions like that too.
I haven't
Hard
seen.
Day? Oh my
I haven't seen Hard Game in a while. Does he still do stuff? I know he.
That was a long time ago.
I know he technically retired as Hard Game, but does he still do stuff?
He's the kind of person who would also appear like social media celebrities. Or do you guys remember a while ago there was a guy called Atsugiri Jason, and
I've heard
his
of
whole
him.
thing was why Japanese people.
Yeah, it's basically so anyone who's not familiar with Atsugiri Jason is that his full name? Atsugiri Jason.
Atsugiri, yeah, it means like thick cut.
Okay.
Which sounds weird now that I say it in English.
I love it.
But basically, if you're not familiar with this guy, he is. I think he went on the JET program also, maybe.
He might have. I think he might have.
But basically, his thing is he's kind of a comedian that also makes fun of kanji, basically.
Yeah,
Right.
that's his like shtick.
That's his stick.
Huh.
I've only seen a few clips of his skit, but I don't know how far you can take a kanji joke, to be honest.
Yeah, he like I think he kind of fizzled out after a while, but he was so popular. And then like his main thing, like a really good example would be like he would run.
Ooh, take those points back.
Take those points back.
Not
I don't
many
think I
points
got very
back.
many. Nothing.
Need to make them bigger hands here.
I'm
Wow,
a
but you
little bit
gotta-
ahead of Monotalk.
By 100 points. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But basically, he would have like a whiteboard, and he'd write the kanji for 1, which is 1 line.
Mhm.
Okay. He writes the kanji for 2. Okay. Writes the kanji for 3. 3 lines. All right. Writes the kanji for 4. Why Japanese people? Because
1, 2, 3,
it's totally different.
It's totally
4,
different.
5,
Yeah.
6. It's 6 strokes, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes.
5 strokes? Okay.
Mm.
Well, the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That,
And
well,
it's not even.
No, it's 6. No, wait.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you're right. It's 5.
But,
Sorry.
Because the top line and the right line are one stroke.
The main thing about 1, 2, 3 is it makes sense. You have 1 dash, 2 dash, 3
Yeah.
dash, and then you get to 4. It's a box.
I mean, I guess if it were like a square, then I'd be like, oh, you know, it's 4. Okay.
Actually, no. 6 is a box, right?
6?
No.
No.
No?
There's
6 is
a
like a
mouth.
star.
Mouth is a box. 6 is like a little hat with 2 little legs.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha,
he is like his whole shtick is that, and he like screams really loud. He's like, "Woo, people!" So I could do that in class, and the kids thought it was hilarious.
I do not like yelling humor. I don't like it.
Yeah, but even though I don't like that style of humor, because I don't like yelling humor either,
Yeah.
he's actually so good at Japanese. He's so fluent. And he's so smart. It's crazy. Like, he knows the kanji. That's why he made it his thing. He's
Yeah.
like way better at Japanese than I am. And yeah, and on TV, he's one of those people who would appear not just on a game show, but like talk shows too. And yeah, he just speaks fluently to people. And every time he appeared on TV, everyone was like, "Whoa, this is Atsukiri Jason," because when he's out of character, he's just like a really fluent, smart guy.
I think it throws people off because he's your typical Caucasian guy, and he
Yeah, like he looks so just Caucasian, blonde hair and stuff.
he looks like your typical Joe basically, and he can speak perfect Japanese. It's like that throws a lot of people off in and outside Japan.
Anytime a white person speaks fluent Japanese
Yeah.
correctly, it throws people off.
Yeah, it does.
Because we do not have pitch accent.
Yeah, the differences between Japanese and English are just they're so different that it just makes it that much harder to like get into it, I guess.
It's like for an English speaker, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, and in Hindu are the hardest to speak and learn because they're so.
Yeah.
I think it's less pitch accent. Well, yeah, they do have pitch accent, but we do have tonal differences, but it doesn't change completely the way the word means. Instead,
I'm not
it's
thinking about it.
it
Really.
it changes the way we, what do you call it? It changes the way we intend the word. What's the word I'm thinking of?
We have like intonation.
There we go. It's
for-
that's yeah. It's a similar thing to intonation. I think.
Yeah.
Like, was that like a college versus college or something like
That's
that?
stress.
That's-
and
yeah,
Japanese
that's
doesn't
stress.
have stress.
Correct.
So actually, we have stress, and then when we talk about the concept of intonation, we're usually talking about our tone of voice, really.
Yeah.
Like, but in Japanese, intonation is actually like a linguistic thing, and they don't have stress.
So when you say linguistic thing, like regional dialects and stuff like that.
So for example, the word sakura should not be sakura; it should be sakura.
Mm.
Sakura.
That's
But
Heibon? No, hold on. Oh, I don't have my textbook. Never mind.
But if you're doing like let's say enka or traditional Japanese poetry, it would be a little bit different stresses, right?
Yeah, then that's more of like an intonation the way we use it. Like when we read a poem, we might change our tone or something.
I see.
But so the way we think of it is, if you say sakura, the first syllable is louder. That's how English would do it, is loud, quiet, quiet. Sakura.
It's all flat, I think, typically, right?
Yeah, but in Japanese, it's actually like sakura.
I usually-
Higher, lower, lower.
Let's see. How do I say
like,
sakura?
but
Sakura.
what they teach in most of the, like what they were teaching us in the Japanese class is like once you get out of Tokyo, it's much less flat.
Yeah, in the Kansai region, the intonation
Oh
is
yeah,
different
definitely
too.
Kansai. Holy crap.
I was living in the Kansai region.
How does my dream to go there?
Yeah. So for
Osaka.
example, yeah, Osaka is good.
Don't forget porous landing. That is true. Icelandic. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ooh.
I know nothing about Iceland. How does Iceland sound?
Skeetlet.
Keelet.
Skeetlet.
Skitlet?
That means
Skittles?
lightweight
Oh, white noise.
or Jormungandr. That's the name of the world serpent.
Whoa! Oh, you know the mythology names and stuff. Have you ever
the
studied
Norse stuff.
Icelandic?
Norse stuff.
No, but okay, so when I tried to get into, well, kind of, sort of. So when I was trying to get into some voice acting stuff, I had to
Ooh.
study Old Norse, like how to pronunciate things.
Mhm.
And there was a bunch of, like, I did a deep dive on YouTube, and there was a bunch of old videos about like a guy just teaching people how to pronunciate certain syllables in Old Norse and Icelandic, modern day Icelandic.
Like for the names of things that
Mm.
you might have to use. That makes sense, because for voice acting, just imagine how many like proper names you have to read out.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so and the volcano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how to I don't know how to
Yo.
pronounce that, but there's an Arknights character that takes their name from that. And I think
Oh really?
yeah, they go all the way up to the Jala part of that name. They don't go all the way to
Jala.
Joko.
Okay, because that would be. I mean, like even when it's a Fiala or something.
It's still long.
That's
Joko.
long enough.
It's still long.
I think.
The reason
Everyone just calls it Aja.
Aja, it's easier.
Aja.
There you go. One of my favorite strongmen who actually had a boxing match this past weekend.
What?
He is from Reykjavik, or whatever it's pronounced.
That's the easiest one to pronounce, and we still get it wrong.
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
Our confidence is
Reykjavik.
also low because we're like
Right.
worried about it.
And you have to, like, with Reykjavik, you have to, like, it starts in the front of your mouth, it goes to the back of your mouth, and then at the ends in the front of your mouth. Reykjavik.
Oh, so it's a circle. It's a circle in your mouth.
It's a circle in your mouth. That's
Sounds-
gonna be a candy slogan for me. It's a circle in your mouth.
Sounds weird.
It does sound weird. Scratch it.
I think
yeah,
there's
but, like,
some
that
music
kind of
stuff.
thing's new to us as English speakers, maybe.
Yeah, I think there's some music stuff that actually does that motion where it starts from the front to your mouth and does a circle all the way to the back.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
But it's not common. Well, at least it's weird to do it spoken. Is what I want to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like for Hebrew, you almost must have saliva in your mouth to make it out of this song.
It's not the same for German too, or am I thinking wrong?
You do have some of those like What was that? What was that thing? What just happened?
It's like
Beowulf.
an emote.
Yeah, Beowulf
Oh,
did something. I
I
didn't
never
see what.
used my emotes.
I didn't even know I had any.
You have emotes.
Wait, no, that's special.
That's special.
What is that cute little animation? All we have is static emotes.
I should use my
I want
emotes
an
more.
animation.
I haven't actually used my emotes. Oh, I love this one.
I love it. I like that one too.
Very cute.
I haven't actually looked at my
What am I doing? Hurry.
but yeah, as far as language is concerned, only thing I know about Icelandic languages, I don't even know if it's similar, but IKEA has a bunch of weird names.
Oh
that
yeah.
was-
It's Swedish.
You mean IKEA?
IKEA, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce it.
That's how it's pronounced in Japanese. IKEA.
Oh, really?
IKEA. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that
but
makes
I
sense.
think it's actually closer to the proper pronunciation.
It probably is.
Because
Is
we think it looks like
IKEA.
idea. Hmm?
IKEA.
yeah.
Would that be how it would be pronounced in Japanese? IKEA.
No,
It would be IKEA.
IKEA. Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's actually
IKEA.
pronounced IKEA.
IKEA.
Or say, is it IKEA or IKEA? I think it's IKEA
Oh
in
my gosh.
Japanese.
Okay.
IKEA.
Can't even put furniture and words together right now.
I mean, like, I have bought a lot of IKEA furniture, and I don't think I've been able to pronounce the name of a single
I
item
haven't
that I've
either.
purchased.
I haven't
we
either.
just got IKEA in my city, not like
Ooh,
It's a
maybe
neat place to
3 years
visit.
ago.
hmm
3 years ago.
wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever go there?
Absolutely, I go there.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
go
neat
there
place to
often.
visit.
I get frustrated after a certain point though. Like I am really excited, and then eventually I spend so much time that I start getting tired and then frustrated.
And you're just like, all right, then I just fall asleep and
Yeah.
then I take a nap on the bed.
That's kind of how you're supposed to do it over there,
Yeah.
though.
It's
The
so
Scandinavians are
fast.
quite similar. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, with Icelandic being a little separated, but Finland is an
Denmark.
entirely separate language root. Never got a language root. That's true,
Oh, Finland is an entirely different language root.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
though. It's Finnish is nuts.
Finland doesn't exist.
What? What a bold stance to take.
Hey, even Finnish people say they don't exist. So
Oh my God.
Aw, isn't it like the land of lakes? It's a beautiful lake.
is it? Is it? I don't
country.
know. I don't know.
It's small, but it's got like beautiful nature, you know.
So, circle back on the Icelandic thing real quick.
Okay.
I did one of those genetic tests to figure out where you come from.
Yeah.
3% Scandinavian.
3% Scandinavian.
Wait, what's the majority then?
White as fuck.
Like what? Northwestern European or something?
I'll
Irish
have to-
or
I'll dig up the thing later and I'll send it to
Yeah.
you. But it was just like, you white boy.
You white boy. That's
Yeah.
funny.
that's hilarious. Land of saunas. I guess it is land of saunas.
Land of saunas, yes,
I mean, there
because
are a bunch
Finland
of
is known for their saunas.
Is it Finland?
Is it Fin? Hold on,
I honestly don't know.
A lot of those countries probably have like.
maybe it's Sweden. Yeah,
Uh,
Finland. Finland is the land of saunas. She's right.
Ooh, really?
How could we doubt our auntie?
How could we doubt?
Auntie knows everything.
Oh, let's go.
They have sauna competitions.
I heard about
Like for
that.
best
I heard
sauna?
about no
Yeah,
Well, the longest you can stay in a sauna, right?
Oh,
It's-
oh god, that's
yeah,
so
it's-
dangerous.
It's so ridiculous.
That's
But it's so funny
bad.
because you'll see like these guys go in like just look normal and they have like
Uh-huh.
red or excuse me, they'll have yellow hair and they just come out with red skin and bright yellow hair.
Yeah, it
It's
just
ridiculous.
emphasizes it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's so dangerous and such a bad idea.
Yeah,
But saunas are hella
I guess
relaxing.
they're
though.
okay.
I don't know. The last time I went to a sauna, I felt it was a little bit too hot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
be
like
careful.
them.
I do.
I like the heat.
It's like I'd rather be in an onsen than in a sauna. It's-
Some onsen do get that hot, but usually they're not like as hot as the sauna, I guess.
Yeah, the sauna, it's like it's all around you, and I feel like if I pass out in a sauna, that would be really bad, you know?
Yes, it would.
Someone needs to find you.
Oh.
Have you guys ever done a like a cold soak and like a cold bath
Yeah.
with like ice and such?
No.
Ooh, no.
No. No.
So
I have to do them every once in a while, but
with
God,
ice.
yes, yeah. It's for muscles. It's for it's like if you have really knotted muscles or you're really stressed after a week, you go into an ice bath just to chill your body down.
I thought
it seems counterintuitive.
I thought you would use a warm bath for that.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. I was so
You
close
use
to.
ice water.
I had no idea.
It sucks. My balls literally disappear.
They really do. They really
You
do.
guys need to protect them. You need, like, you need, you know, like scuba suits, like wetsuits, are really they hold in the heat, don't they? You need like a little
Barely.
bikini bottom.
I don't think that would help. I honestly don't think that would help.
It's not gonna help, probably.
No.
No.
But
Yeah,
it's
interesting.
fine. It's fun.
That's funny.
It's not
No,
fun.
I've never gone into an ice bath, but I did go to one. I was staying at a ryokan, so a Japanese inn in Kaido,
Mm-hmm.
and that particular place had different temperatures of baths.
Oh,
So there was the
interesting.
hot, the normal hot, and the like cool water, which was not freezing cold. It was just cool. But I went to some hot springs in Belgium. Back in like
Nice.
2011, I went to Belgium, and I think they had these like buckets. Yeah, they had buckets with a
Mhm.
rope with really cold water. So after you came out of the hot spring, you would like douse yourself with cold water.
I love it.
Why would you do that?
But like the bucket is easier than going into some like submerging yourself.
Super cold, super hot, repeat.
Yeah.
Cold focuses the heat on your core and rains the blood from your extremities. Then hot lessens the blood in your core and pushes in. Oh, I guess that's how to get your blood flowing a bit more efficiently, I guess.
Isn't that like one of the beauty tips of like Scandinavian beauties, you know?
Is that what they do?
Their skin is so good because they do these like
Cold baths or
hot
cold
and
plunges.
cold alternating plunges. Yeah.
I've heard of that before.
I should try that.
Where some people say like they go into a lake that's been frozen over and you take a plunge in it like once a year and it's supposed to bring you luck for the year.
Oh my god.
I don't think I could do that.
I would 100%.
We have a polar swim here. Is that a thing everywhere in the world?
No.
In places that it's cold, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, because like in Canada, people will do polar swims where in the middle of winter, everyone does like a big event jumping into the ocean or the lake for charity, I guess, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah.
They might do it like around the Great Lakes region. I don't know if they actually do that though, but I feel like they could.
I think it depends on like your city and what's arranged.
Right. Is there
But
some
I've
pre-planning
definitely
these
seen-
events? I know we have a lake challenge in the winter in Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
Pacific
I'm also in the
Northwest
Pacific Northwest.
Is that is that around Seattle? No, not Seattle.
Yeah, that's like
Oregon
Washington,
or
Oregon
Washington,
for the
Washington,
States.
Oregon. Okay, okay.
Twilight Country?
Places with the good beer.
Yeah.
With the good beer.
I know I've told you guys this before, but I'm not a beer fan just because I don't like how most beers taste.
And good cider. Yeah, they do got good cider. And you do like cider though, Ruka.
I like cider, but what's it? I still have to make fun of you with a Coors Light thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Shut up.
Cheap ass beer.
What? I mean, Coors Light, I've heard is like the weakest beer you could ever get, and why the heck do you have it then?
No, it's not the weakest beer. Why? Oh, I told you why I got it. It's because Brandy went to the gas station.
Yes.
She's like, I know you're playing Mahjong tonight, so I went and got you some beer.
Yeah.
And like, I've been trying to cut this week.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I'm not gonna get beer because I wanted to have beer with Mahjong, but she went ahead and got it. And I was like,
now,
well,
totally.
fuck it, why not? So I've got a 12. Well, I've got a 12 pack of Coors Light in there that I'm sipping on.
I mean, sometimes I bought the cheapest beer here too. Like, okay, Coors Light is obviously always an option, I think, in North America, but like we also have some cheap ones that are made more locally.
You got like Labatt, right?
Yeah, we have like Labatt, and then also there's one from up north where I come from called Caribou, and it is like the crappiest beer, but it's so cheap.
I've
and
had
then
Caribou.
like
I've
you have had
Caribou.
it?
Yes,
What? How did
yes.
you get it down there?
It came down here. I paid $7 freaking dollars for it.
How was it? How was it?
Yeah, because it's fucking gross.
It's bad. It's pretty damn bad.
It is gross, but I mean, because here
tastes
it's
weird.
considered an exotic beer because it's not from the States.
Yeah.
That's why for $7.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's from
Yeah.
my hometown, dude. That's not
Really?
fancy. That shit's not fancy. That's from the
No.
northern hick towns of Prince George. That's where I'm from.
So it's kind of like, so it would be like if we gave you moonshine from the south and called it exotic
At
up
least
there.
that'll get you really drunk, though.
Oh my god, if you guys ever want moonshine, let me know. We got some
That's okay.
good moonshine down here.
Does it taste good?
Yes.
I've never had it, so I can't
Absolutely.
say.
I feel like I've tried some before, and it does have its own taste.
Here's the thing. Moonshine down here, it'll come. There's 4 different ways. You've got regular moonshine. I call it
not bad.
turbo moonshine, which is pretty much.
Turbo.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's like, it's 90 proof, or
Oh
it's,
god,
it's
no.
blue flame, it's 67% proof. Then you've got just
Ew.
you've got like the ones that people pickle stuff with, and I came in last place. Of fucking course I did.
Oh,
And it's like-
fuck.
There's the ones where it's cherries that have been marinating in the moonshine, or like pickles that have been marinating in the moonshine. Yeah, and they're super because the cherries will like add a kick to a drink, and the pickles will go in Bloody Marys.
Mm.
Oh.
And then the rest are like all flavors. Like there's like some creams. There's apple pie. There's hunch punch. There's like all different kinds of flavored moonshines that take away the actual like bust and buzz of it. Thanks for playing with us, Beowulf.
I see, yeah. Wow, I had no idea about moonshine like that. Yeah, thank you for playing.
Tennessee has their own. Tennessee has like is known for their moonshine, so.
Is it Tennessee?
We've got a couple good distilleries in the eastern side of the state.
I see. All right.
Yeah, like moonshine is the south. That's what I imagine.
Yep.
Like southeast. I don't think it's.
Southeast.
I don't think it's not
more
all the south.
Southeastern than like southwestern.
Yeah.
I imagine being like on the bayou, hiding, making moonshine.
Ooh, that's a nice
or
one.
Something.
That's a nice outfit there.
Funnily enough, my great grandfather was a moonshine runner.
Like illegal moonshine.
Illegal moonshine runner, yes, in Mississippi. Yes.
Wow, that's exactly what I imagine when I hear the words moonshine. Like, yeah.
I think that's how it started, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Beowulf, for joining us on that game. If anyone else wants to join in, we have the link up. We'll let that sit for a little bit.
I'm gonna order some cider from Skip the Dishes. I've been very good at cutting down. I haven't weighed myself, but I think I'm also losing my COVID weight. Thank you. Man. I still have to exercise, though.
That's okay. Nutrition, what is it? Exercise is optional, but like nutrition is required.
The thing is, speaking of COVID weight, I didn't really gain weight because of COVID. I gained weight because of streaming during COVID. Does that make sense?
Like you didn't have to be necessarily sitting down so much, but because you're streaming, you did.
Well, I was working out before I started streaming, and then I stopped working out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the time management, right?
It's a time management thing.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort to stream.
The thing is, I try to work out on days I don't stream, but on days I don't stream, I also need to do video editing, so it's like it eats up time and also a bunch of other chores, so it's like, yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Busy.
Very busy. Sorry for being quiet, no microphone. That's perfectly fine. We don't expect that.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Oh, Auntie said Amy is lucky to be in Canada. You can get Neige Ice Cider. Oh, what? I didn't even know that brand.
I've never heard of it.
Neige Ice Cider. Let me look that up.
I mean, I guess since you mentioned it earlier, cider is technically apple beer, but the thing about beer is I think it's the hops. It's the hops, so it gets me. But
I can't stand IPAs.
Don't you need the hops to make the beer even taste remotely decent? Because it's just
you need the hops to make beer. Period.
Yeah.
Period. So yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like this strong, dominant taste, you know.
Correct. It could be like Coors, where it doesn't taste like it at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are there hops? Sometimes I get hop
water,
cider
hops, and
too.
corn syrup.
Yeah. So I think with the I know I had a bunch of friends that liked like IPA, and I am not I mean, like I said, I'm not a beer person, but because of the hoppy taste. But then IPA supposedly increases that hoppiness even worse.
There's a scale. I forgot what it's called. IBVs. But it's on the side of a beer can, and it tells you like how hoppy of a flavor you're going to get with this beer. Gosh, what is it called, Gavin? Hold on. Beer hoppiness.
I think the all closest.
IPAs, but not all the time.
IBU is what it's called.
IBU.
IBU.
And it measures the amount of isomerized alpha acids in a beer. Hops contains alpha acid, and when they're boiled, the alpha acids become isomerized.
Oh,
I know I just butchered the pronunciation of that word.
That sounds very technical.
No, it is the technical part, but it's telling you how hoppy that beer is going to be.
Yeah, I think basically what it means is that it just changes the form of what did you just say? I did not listen.
It changes the acidity or something.
No.
Yeah, it changes the
Acidity.
excuse me. Hops contain alpha acids, and when they are boiled, the alpha acids become isomerized.
Okay, so the
physical structure starts to change.
Yeah,
and it
so
becomes bitter in flavor.
the acidity changes the chemical structure.
Mhm.
Auntie, thank you for following. Thank you.
Big IPA culture, neither me nor uncle. I love that you call your significant other uncle. Yeah, that's so cute.
Oh, that actually makes
That's
sense.
really cute.
I just caught that.
I can't stand IPAs either. Actually, speaking of which, I'm gonna go get another beer.
I like IPAs, but I didn't before. But I think that Auntie is right. Like in the Pacific Northwest, maybe it's just a thing because I feel like all of my friends, not all of my friends, but my friends who are beer fans, really go for IPAs. And so because of them, I started drinking them, and now I'm used to it.
I just like smoother drinks in general, so
Yeah.
beers, no. I'm surprised I actually like cider, but that's more on the fruity side. Ciders are more fruity. I'm actually okay with sake, but I actually found one sake that in the grocery store that I did not like, that I tried recently. You may be familiar with this one. Have you heard of One Cup Sake?
Oh yeah, 1 cup ozeki.
Yes.
Oh, I know 1 cup ozeki.
I tried it. It tastes terrible.
It's cheap. It's cheap. Like 1 cup ozeki is like this sake you buy at like 7-Eleven.
Hell yeah.
And it's like in a jar almost.
Yeah,
usually.
it's a jar. I like the jar. I like the jar
Too.
But the thing is, it says it's a daiginjo. It tastes nothing like a daiginjo.
Oh, because it's cheap maybe.
It's cheap daiginjo. The thing tastes extremely astringent is a proper term I can think of.
Okay. That's interesting.
I mean, I've had good sake before. We have good sake in town that's not made in Japan, but it's actually good quality sake. That thing, the 1 cup ozeki daiginjo. They actually said daiginjo on the label. Tastes nothing like a daiginjo at all.
Yeah, like daiginjo, just for context, is like a kind of sake, like a style, I guess.
It's
of
clear.
sake.
It's clear.
Yeah. And it has this implication of quality when you hear it.
Uh-huh.
But if it's a cheap one, then it's cheap, you know?
It's cheap. It's high quality
it's
cheap
cheap.
stuff, but it's not even
So
high
it's kinda like
quality cheap
champagne.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah, you
like
can get
socially
really
the same
cheap
shit.
yeah, you could get really beautiful champagne. Seems fancy.
Seems fancy.
Or you always think fancy when you hear champagne, but there's actually like really crappy cheap
Explain.
champagne out there.
Beowulf, thank you for
Oh
following.
yeah. Oh yeah, Auntie's mentioning Tozai Snow Maiden.
I've seen it. I haven't bought it yet. I should try it now, actually.
Is it
Isn't
like
it
triple sec
bubbly?
compared to Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Hmm.
Auntie, if you like cocktails, actually on Amy's Discord,
No.
I've made a bunch of cocktails over the months.
He does. He does.
Oh, we need to collect those pictures.
He does them every Sunday, I believe.
Well, I don't do them anymore because Brandy's Dungeons and Dragons group is no longer meeting in person. They've moved to online.
I see.
Oh.
You can
So I
still
haven't been
still
making
make them.
anymore.
You can still make them for yourselves. You know.
That's true, but when I'm like, I can't justify buying a bottle of alcohol every week for myself for one specific recipe. I gotta cut back on that financially.
Yeah, it's a lot for the raw ingredients for cocktails.
Exactly. Yeah. Even if I get a discount, but
the liquors are pretty expensive, right?
they can be. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they can be. It is a hobby I would love to get into eventually, but the dream, my friends, would just be go ahead and cut the cord and become a bartender.
You could still do that if you wanted to.
Not yet. I don't have the oomph to go ahead and get that going. You
And,
know?
I mean, we're also technically still in a pandemic, so probably not the best time to do it.
True.
But
Making cocktails is just so much like it looks like so much fun. I don't really know how to make them.
it
It
is fun. It is fun. I've never made them before, but it looks fun.
And like it makes you look so cool at parties too.
You
Let-
mean
let me-
cooler.
Cooler, yeah.
because
of
it's
course,
because
you're
it's
always so cool.
because it's
But then you come out
it's
with
an
a
alcohol.
cocktail shaker, and everyone's like, "Whoa, this guy's classy."
I've got the vest on that just suddenly appears, and like the cuff that goes over your shoulder or your bicep.
You need like a towel over your shoulder for like mopping the bar.
My dad used to keep a towel on his shoulder at all times when he was grilling. So like he tried to get me to copy it, but like I ended up sticking it in my my waistline.
Which is
That's
more
where I
like-
keep my towel when I cook.
which is more like a waiter bartender thing.
Which yeah, it's like I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay cooking, so that's where he sticks his. So that's where I stuck mine.
Okay. Well, okay, so really quick, if no one else is going to join us as our fourth person, I'm going to go ahead and add an AI here.
Let's beat up the AI, guys.
Let's beat
The
up
best
the
gifts
AI.
I ever got was when Grandma got me mixing set. Mixing sets are super fun. Absolutely. Just
That's
like a
nice.
book of cocktails that you can keep, a shaker set, and like maybe a couple of fancy glasses, one or two. But even if it's just a whiskey glass, those can add a lot for presentation of a simple cocktail.
Mhm. Oh, speaking of which, I saw this video maybe a few weeks ago, where it's technically an ASMR video, but it's a bartender, I think a Japanese bartender, making a ball of ice from a block of ice.
Yeah. Did you send that to me?
I
think you
don't
sent that
remember.
to
I don't
me.
remember if I did or not. But
Someone sent that to me.
but anyways, he was doing this like just on his hand, chopping away with a knife.
Yeah. I think I've seen that video, and that was really cool.
It is.
It is pretty nice. Would you be able to do that, Montauk? Would you be able to make a ball of ice like that?
With enough practice,
Like a
absolutely.
knife? Was
What-
it a knife?
It was a knife.
No, well, so what it is like you can shape the ice with a knife essentially,
Uh-huh.
and like Auntie just said, ice molds.
Yeah, but it's
So-
not
Oh,
fancy
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
It's not fancy enough. Let me see if I can find it. I'll put it in chat.
But I think the one that Brooke is talking about is like he's shaping it around with like a fork or something.
It's not a
And
fork.
it's from a block.
It's not a
It's from a
fork.
block, yeah.
It's not a fork.
It's not a
Well-
fork. Okay. Well, it's like a pronged thing.
That's like cool for the presentation, you know? Like you can be preparing the ice block
Mm-hmm.
as people are waiting for
It's
their drink.
it's
One
one.
of
It's
the
100.
really cool ones I like
it's
to see is
100%
people that
presentation.
like take a block and then they make it into a diamond and then they pour the alcohol, like they set the diamond in a cup and then pour the alcohol over the diamond.
Ooh,
Yeah, and then you use a knife
Beautiful.
specifically to cut the ice.
yeah. Ruka has probably seen Filipinos doing the shaved ice from huge blocks before
I think I have. I don't.
to make like halo halo.
I don't actually remember if I've seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, halo halo is like tapioca ice,
It-
shaved ice, and like some kind of flavor syrups. or
It's
something? Is that right?
it's a bunch of different stuff. It's basically
Yeah.
so each culture has their own different iced shaved ice thing. Like
Mhm,
in
mhm.
Japan, it's typically just shaved ice with some syrup. In Korea, it would be binsu, I think, which is actually which is
binsu.
frozen milk shaved ice.
Oh,
Oh, is it from frozen milk?
I-
Is that why it's so good?
Yeah, so I think it is frozen milk, but
Okay.
that's how you would get a lot of flavor to begin with anyway. So
Yeah.
you could I've seen fancy shaved ice in Japan where they actually have fruit juice as the ice and then shave that.
Yeah.
mm.
But
Okay.
as far as the Philippines is concerned, it's not just shaved ice and a simple syrup. No. You do shaved ice. You put all these toppings, all
Maybe
these.
condensed milk.
There's condensed milk. There's evaporated milk. There's a bunch of candied beans. Sometimes cereal, cornflakes, or crispied rice.
Ooh, I've never had it with cornflakes.
And then
very good.
think of it like a parfait, except it's not mainly ice cream. It's mainly ice.
That sounds super tasty from like on a hot summer day.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid, we would always have it at like this particular family's house because like the uncle would take out a big block of ice and shave it by hand with like an ice shaver, and that was really cool.
Okay, so I can't find the ice the ice making thing I was talking about with the bartenders. So let me just put up the at least one Halo video, and I'm going to make it the street food version because it technically is not. A lot of the food you get in the Philippines is not fancy food. This is just stuff that everyone can make if you have the ingredients.
Yeah, I recently saw halo halo on a sign though at this bubble tea place. So they're combining like bubble tea and halo halo. I mean, not combining them, but like they're a cafe, and that's like the kind of thing they do.
Yeah.
And that I can bet it is expensive.
Well, it's expensive since it's made outside the Philippines, but in the Philippines it's not too expensive even for the people over there. Don't think so.
They're starting to sell bubble tea at my university in the university here.
It's so popular now.
It's so popular, dude.
I think so. I think you probably heard this go around the internet or certain circles after a while, but they think the Filipino food culture or Filipino culture in general might be the next big.
I think it is
the next big trend. I mean, it kind of, sort of has been. We've been promoting it for a very long time, except we've been mainly overlooked by Japan and Korea, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it's the fancier part of Asia anyway.
Fancy Asia.
Asia. But as far as actual flavor, though, it's definitely not Asian in. It's Filipino food is not Asian in what you would typically think of Asian food should taste like or would taste like. It's more of a mix of a lot of stuff. It's mainly a mix of Spanish, Chinese, and whatever else it has visited, even a bit of American in there also. But it's the main flavors you're gonna find there is savory and sour. Those are the two main flavors. Two main flavors you'll find in Filipino food. Now, when you tell someone sour as a main flavor, they might think twice about that. But actually, the way sour is used in the recipes is not like pungent, though it can be. It's more like mellow and almost sweet. Almost sweet.
Well, cause like when you put vinegar in adobo, it's with a lot of soy sauce as well.
Yeah.
And like then the fat of the meat as well, so it all mixes together.
It mixes together.
It is acidic. I like that though.
It is acidic.
Is adobo another Filipino dish?
So whenever we say adobo, we kind of have to clarify it a little bit because there's also the Mexican adobo, but they are not the same thing. Not the same thing. I don't even know what Mexican adobo is like.
One's a house.
The thing is, I don't even know what Mexican adobo is like, but I can tell you it's not made the same way. It's definitely not in the same class. The ingredients are probably different. Adobo by itself just means sauce, I think.
Yeah, I guess like the similarity is they're both kind of like a stew, almost.
Almost like a stew, but the thing is with adobo, there is one basic way to make it, and there's a bunch of variations that doesn't even look like what your typical adobo would look like. Another thing about Filipino food, before I continue with this, is the same recipe can have very different variations even from one house to the next. So
yeah, it's not like formalized. It's home cooking.
There are general recipes that everyone kind of agrees this is kind of how it's supposed to be like, but it's not strict like your French recipes or Italian recipes a lot of times.
It's like meatloaf. Like every different house has a different way of making it.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's a close enough
meatloaf or stew or anything that is kind of just like you throw it together and you know what it is, but you could say like stir fry, fried rice kind of thing. Oh, what's Ruka's version of lumpia?
I've never made lumpia by myself before, but usually the way we make it in my house is it's a mix of pork and shrimp, sometimes chicken and shrimp.
Ooh, oh,
Sometimes a mix
interesting.
of all three. Of course, there's going to be some carrots in there. Really, it's mainly that.
And then wrapped in rice paper.
No, it's not rice paper. It's not
No,
rice
it's
paper.
not.
It's
Is
pastry.
it not rice paper?
No, well, the rice paper is. You're thinking the Vietnamese kind.
It's like a.
Thin
Yeah, maybe-
paper-like or
What's it
crepe-like
made
pastry
of?
skin called lumpia wrapper.
Yeah,
What is it made of?
it's
Is it not rice?
it can be made of flour or egg.
Oh, it's made of flour. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Rice
mistake.
the rice paper bit, I don't know if we typically use rice paper for lumpia. I don't think so, because lumpia, whenever you say lumpia, if you say lumpia, generally that's fried. Now if you say lumpia Shanghai specifically, that is a fried lumpia. And then there is a fresh lumpia which is not fried. And
I've never had that.
and the wrapper is an egg made fresh, but it's still wrapped like a
Oh.
lumpia, and then that one you dip into like a peanut sauce typically, or whatever kind of clear sauce you may have. But the fried lumpia, which is what people are generally
Yeah.
familiar with, you have a bunch of different sauces you can dip that in. I like mine in vinegar, especially a spice vinegar, but you can also use like a chili sauce or ketchup or whatever the heck you want, typically, really.
My mom always used plum sauce.
Yeah, it's very versatile. It's
Yeah.
whatever you want to dip it in, basically.
Ruka, you should definitely do a lumpia making stream.
Yeah.
I could.
My mom's
It just
are a
takes
little different
forever.
from yours, I think.
It just takes forever.
It does. But if you prep some stuff beforehand,
Well, the thing about cooking is that prep is part of the
I guess you want to stream it too, yeah.
part of the
Mhm.
process. Now, there's some things you can prep beforehand that are like labor intensive, but what are the main processes of making a?
You're gonna be rolling for like the whole stream.
I mean,
Just roll.
I mean, the rolling doesn't take. I mean, it depends. I can probably like roll a few and call that a day. But
my mom always makes like 50 or 100 or something.
yeah,
That I was about to say that's like when we make pierogi.
I was gonna say
It's
the
pretty
way
much
people
like
make
that.
pierogies,
Yeah.
and freeze it.
even
now.
even if you have like a half pound of your meat ingredients mixed together, it'll still be like 10 or
A lot.
20.
Oh yeah. Or tamales actually. God. We had a lady that used to be from the Dominican. No, she was Costa Rican. No. Where was she from?
Ruka.
She was. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was looking at the chat. No, you should go ahead.
Oh,
I was gonna say, but anyway, she was from a South American country, and her grandmother made homemade tamales, and just
Oh
I
my
was just
god, that was
spoiled
so
because I've
good.
never been able to have that kind of replication of that good of food before.
yeah, I've had some homemade tamales too from like I think one of my mom's friends from work before, and
Oh, that's so
Nice.
nice.
it's like a
I've never-
spicy pork tamale that you can't get anywhere else except for that person's uncle, basically.
Was it like what is it? It starts with a B. I keep want to say Barcelona, but that's not it.
I don't think it has a specific name. I think you're thinking barbacoa, but I don't.
Barbacoa, thank you. Yes,
But
What's
I don't-
barbacoa?
it's like barbacoa. Let me get the
Shredded? Is it
formal
shredded
description.
beef?
What?
Is it shredded
But
beef or
it's
shredded
shredded
pork?
beef that's been marinated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this one's pork. This one was pork. But it's spicy pork, which is what I like.
Ooh, yeah, spicy pork is so good. Barbacoa is a form of cooking meat that originates in the. Okay, I don't give a shit about that. Just give me an actual definition. Oh, it's a process of. Okay, it refers to the process rather than the,
The
actual meat
way.
itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like barbecue.
And it's like, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
guess.
It sounds the same too.
It's probably
Oh, yeah, you're right.
it's probably Spanish for barbecue, to be honest.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah. I'm wondering if Auntie is Filipino just by the fact that she asked like something like Rika's version of lumpia.
No, Auntie's just cultured.
Auntie's just
Cultured?
But even
I mean,
the fact
she
that she
could be
commented on the shrimp, because my mom
True.
didn't put shrimp in them either. My mom only put pork in them.
Yeah, pork is common.
With carrots.
Pork is common. Pork with carrots is common.
Yeah.
I think the shrimp just gives it a different texture, not necessarily flavor, because once it's fried, you can't really taste it, to be honest. But it's more of a texture. It's more of a texture thing, and if you want a softer texture, because once pork cooks, it firms up quite a bit. I think chicken is a better meat to mix in.
These are good tips. Rika's good at cooking, so.
Well, I haven't made it myself. It's just observations from whatever my mom's used to mix up before. So I mean, it's not. I do cook and experiment on my own, but that's not one of them because it's so labor intensive.
Yeah.
It's like making the mix itself is not difficult. All right, let's just get that out of the way.
That's just adding ingredients to a bowl, stirring.
Yeah, but once you roll stuff up, it's like, oh my gosh, am I done yet?
Yep.
It depends on just your own technique, I guess.
Yeah.
Your
That also
speed.
takes me back to the days of like when we were younger, and my grandparents would give us buckets.
Oh my gosh,
cheese to show.
you got buckets, we got bowls. Bowls were bad enough. Bowls were bad enough.
Yeah, I got bowls of peas to shell from my mom too.
Oh my gosh, but we watched fun movies while doing it, so at least
That's
it was a fun
nice.
memory.
Okay, so uncle is the one who's actually the Filipino. Wait, uncle.
Oh wait, no. Oh, like Montauk.
Well, when he was in the
she was-
Filipino family.
Yeah. Like Montauk with the tamales, this is how lumpia reached Auntie. And actually, guys, I cannot emphasize enough. Like Ruka, you should make lumpia because like at my birthday parties and stuff, oh my god, people were always going crazy over the lumpia, and like everybody, like white people love lumpia, guys.
They really do. They like that. They like pancit, the two easiest things to digest for them. I don't
compared to other Filipino foods.
I don't think we typically make adobo for like as food to bring to like a get together or something, just because. I mean, well, it kind of
Convenient.
It's not as convenient, and also once it cools down, it just becomes a solid mass of fat, basically.
Yeah, but it sounds like it tastes. It sounds like it tastes like a well-crafted spring roll.
The lumpia.
The lumpia, but I was
with less vegetables.
The adobo, on the other hand, that's basically something you just cook for yourself at home.
yeah.
But yeah, there's other.
It's like my favorite though. It's my favorite.
There are other
adobo.
Filipino foods that might get some question marks from people. I think the one that gets the most question marks is this thing called dinuguan, which is blood stew, basically.
Yeah, I haven't eaten it.
What is it? Okay, what is it called?
Blood pudding is what my
dinuguan.
mom used to refer to it as.
Basically, what it is, in its purest form, is pork's blood mixed into like. The cuts are usually ovals.
Oh.
The normal cuts are ovals. Anything past that is fancy.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to spell that.
I'll write it in chat.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just remember like we used to have blood pudding in the freezer always. You know, like I don't know, like it was just a thing that would get cooked every once in a while, and no one but my grandma ate it. But it just looks so dark and scary.
It does look dark and scary. I'm not. When I didn't even.
This isn't that bad.
I don't think I tried it until like maybe last year when I made it for myself, and I made it poorly.
Oh.
So.
Oh God. Poorly made blood pudding.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
Not
It was
like something I want to be half-assed.
It was poorly made because I didn't. So usually you want the blood fresh. So that's the main thing.
Yes, please.
The blood should be fresh, otherwise it's not going to mix well into whatever you're cooking. If the way I had mine was congealed blood, I did not know I had to reconstitute that thing. I just kind of.
Oh God, Luca!
It was the first time working with. It was the first time with me working with blood. Okay.
Oh
God, that, like, I'm just imagining the texture, and I'm just having a freaking conniption right now.
Yeah, it was chunky. Let's just say that was chunky.
All right, you're cut off. No more.
Squirming in my seat.
I didn't even know there was such thing as congealed blood. All right. So,
Really?
well, I know blood
Or
congeal,
you
but
haven't seen it probably in your real life.
Oh yeah,
You know.
Yeah, plus, okay. Admittedly, you said it was your first time. All right,
Yeah.
I'll give you the pass. That's fine. However, still gonna be squirmy.
Oh God.
But, okay,
I'm, like, yeah.
I mean, the thing
I'm
is,
cringing.
after I mean, while I was cooking, it's like, wait, this does not look right.
You thought it would kind of melt or something.
Well,
right?
no, I thought the blood I had was liquid, not jelly.
Oh God. But how do you reconstitute it though?
You have to soak it in water and then massage it until it's all mixed in.
Can you blend it?
Hold on, babe. Let me finish massaging my blood real quick. Gotta make sure the texture's just right.
You have to dilute it in cold water.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You have to dilute in
And
cold
maybe
water
you can
first.
whisk it or something.
Yeah, you have to make sure that's all mixed really well first before
And then-
you work with it.
Yeah.
Before you work with it.
Wow.
If
I'm glad that you told me that before I ever tried to make it myself.
Would you even make it yourself?
I
I was about to say, is that something you try to do, dude?
I don't think so.
Uh,
You know, guys, when I visited the Philippines as a kid, I've only visited twice, but I visited once when I was 8, and we went for 6 weeks and stayed at my grandma's house. And during that time, they brought this pig over
Mm-hmm.
for celebration of us visiting, and I was like, "Oh, cool! They brought the pig for fun! Yay!"
oh no.
No, the
I
next
think I know where
morning,
I know where
woke
this
up
is
to
coming.
Screams,
Uh-huh.
the death wails of the pig.
Uh-huh.
They slit its throat, collected
Uh-huh.
the blood that was made into blood pudding,
Mm-hmm.
and then like when they cut open the pig, of course my grandma was like carefully inspecting each organ because you know, like, oh my God, I'd never seen anything like that in my life.
Oh yeah, that's how we do it back then.
Yeah.
I got pretty desensitized to that whenever my grandparents and their friends would go deer hunting, and then you'd have to see them dress the
Oh.
deer.
Oh yeah.
So we would, like, this is when I was a kid, we would go down to Mississippi, and I would get up in the morning to go outside because there's nothing else to do and no one else was awake. And I just, yes, I win. That's what I did. I finally win a hand.
You went out into the woods and you finally won a hand. Congratulations.
Yes, exactly. No, I would go outside and there would just be a deer hung up by its hindquarters, just
God.
completely skinned.
I
Yeah.
see.
Oh, skinned. The skinnedness would
Yeah.
be really, really scary.
That would be scary. That would be scary.
Because like cutting open is like bad enough, but skinned is like a whole nother.
It was like
idea.
Game of Thrones with the House of the Flayed Man.
Yeah, oh my God.
Maybe I'm just-
the
Baby.
flayed deer.
Love the Boltons.
Maybe I'm just used to like
The Boltons are the worst.
I think I'm just used to like animal dissection in general because I grew
of course.
Yeah,
well no,
yeah.
no I'm not talking about science. I'm just talking about that's just because I grew up with it. I just grew
Gotcha.
up.
Okay.
And Auntie's saying that took her a while to gut fish. I don't think fish is as hard to deal with, though it is a little bit tricky if you don't know where to cut the slit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll cut the organs if you mess up, and then the bitter taste will.
Yeah, you can.
You
I-
definitely don't want that with catfish.
you don't- you
'cause
don't
that's a
want that.
bottom dweller.
Oh, so they're eating gross crap all the time.
Absolutely, dude.
absolutely.
Yeah, if you cut the stomach sac of a catfish while you're filleting it, just throw everything away. Just throw everything away.
Disgusting, disgusting.
Wait, you can't wash that out?
Do you really want to just? Yeah, you can.
You
I'm gonna
can
answer your
and
question,
eat
you
it
can.
if you want to.
I mean, I would soak.
like-
I would dunk it in like a bunch of water and clean it out that way.
I think it would ruin the taste, in my opinion, because I would just know like the poo sack was just all over it.
Mentally, you would know.
Mentally,
Exactly.
you would know.
Yeah.
The other person doesn't have to know.
Oh, it's gonna be like me or Monotalk. So, don't eat his cooking, Monotalk.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't eat Ruka's cooking. Or at least like inspect it or watch him do every single.
Watch him.
Well, I mean, if it's during
every
prep,
preparation,
I mean,
exactly.
prep is gonna be messy if,
Yeah.
at some point. So
Honestly, Ruka, if we were ever in a room where you were cooking something, I would just be looking over your shoulder and just judging if you were doing something correctly.
oh
That's the kind of person I am in the
Watching
kitchen.
happily.
I am an asshole in the kitchen.
I don't like
No.
people looking over my shoulders.
Yeah.
So
You're not gonna like me. I joke.
That's really funny. Guys, my booze is coming.
Heck yeah.
your booze is coming. What you got?
Is 1 minute away. Come
What
on.
did you?
Oh,
what did you
delivery
order?
booze, really?
My booze. It's like late now, but for mahjong. Well, no, still like a nice little drink with mahjong.
Yeah.
I just ordered some really like low calorie coolers.
Mm,
Oh,
okay.
gotcha.
I wanted to have cider, but this particular place didn't have it for delivery. I may. Oh my gosh, am I gonna end up answering the door?
Easily washed.
Just make if you do that, just make sure to mute yourself or something.
Bar night tonight for
Yeah.
me, so we'll be enjoying it myself soon. Nice, dude.
Nice.
Auntie, you deserve a drink.
Bar night.
Kind of wish I had a drink right now after this week, but the work's not.
Oh my god, it's Friday.
It is
It is
Friday.
Friday, dude.
I forgot. It's
Yeah.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday. Gotta go to school tomorrow.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you do. Oh, you have weekend classes. I forgot about that.
Weekend. They're squished into like the full day of the weekend. So it's kind of an early morning, but it's early. I won't get too wasted and it'll be
Is
fine.
is it before 7 o'clock?
No. My
Okay.
classes are at 9.
That's not that bad. That's not
Yeah.
that bad.
If I wake up at 7, I have like a nice relaxing time,
Mhm.
chunk of time to get ready.
I had 2 things that happened to me while in our our whenever we weren't playing mahjong.
Mhm.
Last week I had to take my mom to she had rotator cuff surgery.
Oh.
Oh yeah, did you mention that before? I'm
Maybe?
not sure.
Oh, I
don't
heard
remember.
something.
But yeah, that went well and everything. But
Oh, I'm glad.
oh my gosh, waiting in a car for 4 hours because I couldn't stay in the waiting room, that sucked.
That does sound like it sucked.
Oh yeah, you said that because you were stuck in the car. That's right. I do remember you
Did I
saying
say
that.
that? Oh, I
You-
probably
you
said that on
said
Monday. Yeah.
Stuck in the car. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't just say it. Guys, I might die here because I'm walking away for a second.
Okay.
Go get your
Okay.
booze.
Go
Be right
go get
here.
it. Go
I'll be
get
right
it.
back.
That's not gonna save her from getting ruined though.
Nope.
It's just gonna eat up 20 seconds, and then she's gonna have to think for 5 seconds each round after that.
That is one thing I don't like about Mahjong Soul is that it gives that time limit. I'm not a fan of the time limit.
I think the time limit also might exist in tournaments also, but I could be wrong.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about
I
that.
could be wrong there. If you're just playing casually, yeah, that time limit's not going to exist. Whatever.
Hmm.
But I,
Then what was the other thing I was going to say? Yes.
Hmm.
So this week, nice.
is it
This
an
week,
NPC?
actually, I had to take care of a friend's dog, so I got up an hour earlier than I'm used to every single day, and now I'm just in the habit of having to get up early, and I really like it now. Holy crap, dude! You won like big time.
Yeah, I think this is just my default whenever I play. You know.
Big dick swagger, baby.
Remember, I don't know how to hold back. I really should try to see how far I can get in ranking.
You should, dude, because you've got a lot more experience than we do.
Well, the thing is, like I said before, there's that ranking and performance expectation thing. There's a bunch of noise in Amy's background.
Sorry. that
That
was
was-
my drink.
I don't think it was just a drink.
Yeah, someone driving away. But I was like, that's just the delivery guy driving away.
It probably is actually. He dropped it off and now he's gotta go.
Gotta go.
I do like living by an interstate. It makes going to like having a living in a commuter heavy city a lot more convenient.
Yeah. I guess the interstate is like pretty busy though, right? As well, or
It depends on the time of day, but yeah. Like people going to work and getting off work, those are the big times that the interstates are backed up. But on the weekends or on the or in the afternoons, it's fine.
Okay.
But where I live has a very infamous interstate, so
Oh really?
it can suck sometimes. Yeah.
No! Ow!
Well, time to start shutting in the office. You all have a good evening and good luck with your hands. Thank you for coming, Auntie.
Thank you for dropping by.
Great to see you. Take care.
Motherfucker, you won again?
I think I'm taking everyone's points now.
Well, at least it's not me this time.
Yeah,
I need to go back to my other character.
you're not going to be last this time.
I blame it all on characters. It's not me.
Yeah.
You blame it on your
Them.
characters.
The poor characters are my scapegoat. That's how gaming is, though. You just want to take out your frustrations and blame that characters.
Yeah, except your characters don't actually have stats attached to them.
Look.
Shh, be quiet.
Yeah. Man, I know I've said it like 3 times this week. I was gonna beat God of War, but I still have not beat it because I keep finding other things to do.
Which God of War is this?
The one that came out in 2018.
Which one is that?
Is that 3?
That's 4. That's technically 4. Yeah.
Wow,
but it's the new one with Christopher Judge.
Oh,
as,
is this
the
God
main
of Boy?
actor. God of Boy, yeah, or God of or Dad of War, yeah.
Dad of War.
Dad of War.
But I did I thought the storyline was decent, was good enough.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what the book would be like that's based off of the video game. And I finished that today. The book was very, very good, and it's narrated by the voice actor that plays one of the characters in the video game.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an
got,
audiobook.
Like, Scottish voice that's just really, really good for like an audiobook, honestly.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why they chose him.
Really good for Greek characters.
Well, these are Norse characters and
well, isn't Kratos Greek?
Oh, really? Interesting.
What'd you say, Luca?
Isn't Kratos Greek?
Kratos does originate from Sparta, yes. So he is Grecian. Yeah, that's what it takes in the first 3 God of War games, and I think one for the PSP. It's all Grecian themed. Yeah.
I've only played the first one. No, I think I did play the second one maybe, but I can't remember that clearly, so I'm afraid to say. But I thought it was well written, and I was surprised because my first impression of the game is it's just trying to like give you all the blood and sex and stuff like that. But well put together as a story.
Hack and slash, right?
It evolved from just an average hack and slash into a well-crafted universe. I'm gonna say well-crafted universe. Yeah.
And I like Greek mythology anyway. So
But
yeah,
it's loosely Greek anyway. Loosely Greek.
Mostly Greek, I guess.
Mostly
yeah.
Greek.
Look, I'm remembering the first one probably, but you do fight like gorgons and like cyclopses and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like the first 3 games are all Grecian. Like there's and then like famous people throughout Grecian history, but the last one, that's where it's just all Norse, Norse all the time.
I think that the thing about the last game that threw a lot of people off was Kratos actually being old. 1,
Like
2 having actually a kid, and 3. Why did we go to Norway or wherever the Norse?
Why did we go to Midgard?
Why did we go to Midgard? Yes.
So that actually, do you care me talking about the plot at all?
No, I don't. To be honest, no.
Okay, Amy, you cool with me talking about the plot?
Yeah. Because I'm games behind anyway.
So in God of War 4, you are okay. Hold on. All right, nope. So in God of War 4, Kratos has gone to Midgard because after he kills Zeus in God of War 3, he wants to try to basically reset his life. So he goes to another realm, and finds a woman that he falls in love with, and he tries to start a new family, and she ends up passing away. So you and your son, Atreus, are delivering her ashes to the highest peak in all of the realms, and that's the adventure of God of War 4. Is y'all trying to accomplish that task?
Oh, interesting.
Well,
That's a totally different kind of plot line than a lot of games.
They originally wanted to do Egypt, but they decided that they were going to do Norse instead.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
he could have traveled either way.
A thing about Egypt, I feel like you do have a bunch of gods there that you can also fight. But I feel like less connection with those gods, not as well known. I feel like maybe.
I think that, like, well, in American culture at least.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a decent connection. Do you remember the movies? Oh my god, do you remember the Mummy movies?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I actually like those. I actually like those.
So like,
cheesy.
They are so cheesy, but they're so good.
They're good.
Like
They're really
90s.
good.
They're good.
I was told not to acknowledge the third movie.
I think it's fine. I don't remember it, but I think it was fine.
That's the one with Jet Li, and it's like the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Oh, because it's like a total spin-off, not like a...
No, it's like the third Mummy movie.
Oh,
it
really?
Is like, yeah, it's got Brendan Fraser and everything, dude.
With Jet Li?
With Jet Li, yeah, he plays the Dragon Emperor.
That makes no sense.
I feel like it's gonna be way too... No, it's gonna be just as cheesy as the other ones. I was gonna say it's gonna be so cheesy if they're like having the Dragon Emperor all of a sudden in the Mummy, but
no,
mixing
like,
mythologies is normal now.
Yeah,
it's bad cheese. Okay,
but yeah, they do have a lot of the Greek myth. Oh no, excuse me. Egyptian mythology. The way that I feel the God of War team and the direction that they're going is they're going to try to go to different lands and touch on different mythologies or God, essentially. Because the new game that's going to be coming out, God of War Ragnarok, is you find Tyr, the Norse God of War.
Okay. So they're just thinking of ways they can expand the franchise, kind of, almost.
I think so, maybe, because I feel if you're gonna do a reboot, it feels like they've done a reboot because it's a completely different game type. It's way more. I mean, the whole game is done in one shot, as opposed to like what do you call it? The camera angle changes of regular God of War.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And
like a single point of view, a single perspective, or
no, like everything is done, like the camera never changes from being behind Kratos.
I see. It's almost like or it's not first person, but like there must be a name for it. Anyway,
So it's more cinematic. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, it is much more cinematic. So there's a couple of movies in history that have done the one-shot technique. One of them is a Hitchcock film. I believe it's called Rope. And no. That one's not done in one shot. That one's done in 5 or 6 different shots. But at the time, the reels of film could only like handle 15 minutes, I believe, or such. So it's done in like those kinds of shots. Anyway, that's completely beside the point. So the direction that they want to go for God of War Ragnarok is similar. They want to do everything in one shot, and that was that information was given out relatively recently on the God of War Twitter.
Oh my gosh, only the AI has Tempai. So it sounds like they're... Oh my god, no!
Almost dead.
It sounds like they're going for a more like artistic approach almost.
Yes.
Seems almost artsy.
Artsy
So-
Gods of War.
Have they did a bunch of mocap stuff. That is basically the direction they're going. They're going from like so much of God of War 4 was done by mocap.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like if you're doing 3D these days, you kind of have to have some mocap to it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it
I
doesn't.
mean, it makes sense.
It doesn't work as
Right.
well. It doesn't work
It's
as well.
better looking.
I agree. It is.
But I did okay, so I did like the gameplay of God of War as well, even though I am not an action game person.
Mhm.
Like when I try, you know, then I can get into it. And I liked how God of War had these like combos that you would use.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
weren't quick time events. I hate quick time events, but they're kind of quick time events.
I thought God of War did start the whole quick time event thing.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I guess they're not bad quick time events, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because
Mm.
there are some games that are infamous for having terrible quick time events that people.
Resident Evil 4.
Okay, yeah, where it's like you must push the button at the right time or you will fail your entire mission
Oh,
for
here.
no reason.
Let me just put one really egregious example here.
Oh boy.
Detroit Become Human. Yeah.
Okay.
That game made me nervous.
Mm,
Like I never touched it, but it dipped into like that uncanny valley
It
of like
was.
looking at the things made me really uncomfortable.
It
so I never
was.
picked it up.
I never played it, and it's the way it's presented is pretentious, but
oh, is it? Wait, what is this game again?
Detroit Become Human.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a bunch of AIs or
Androids
androids.
that have it touches a lot on a bunch of social issues, let's just say. But anyway,
I want to see it now that you've said it's pretentious.
it is pretentious
I'm gonna
though.
look at
It is
I'm gonna
pretentious.
look at videos.
It is pretentiously written,
That's funny.
and let's
Like, it's
just
so straightforward.
well, I'm not the one who mentioned this, by the way. It's just someone mentioned it. I looked at it. If no one told me about it, I wouldn't have cared as much. But if you point it out to me, excuse me, if you point it out to me, then it's like, okay, it is kind of glaringly pretentious and very heavy-handed in its messaging.
Oh, I see.
I got you.
But anyway,
Yeah.
what I wanted to point out there was that everything you do is a quick time event.
Oh God, I hate that. I don't know.
It's like Monotone. When we did A Way Out, it's worse than that. It's worse than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were a bunch of them in that one too.
In God of War, I liked it because you could just mash the buttons. That's what I do in action games, and I survived.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get the quick time events, and then you do like really cool combos,
Yeah.
and I felt like the payoff for those was really good. Like it did a lot of damage, and it was a really cool animation of like him ridiculously like grappling with someone and ripping their head off, you know?
Okay, so you're saying like the quick time events wasn't necessary, but if you did them right,
Yeah.
You could do better, right?
Yeah. Oh, kind of like in Prince of Persia. In one of the Prince of Persias, at least, the one that I played, you could assassinate people. But if you like failed to sneak up on them, you could like fight them, you know? It's kind of like it's that kind of thing I appreciate. It's
I
not
see.
necessary, but you can do better.
I love the Prince of Persia franchise.
I've never played any one of them.
It's really fun.
I wanted to.
Shadows Within, or no, is it Shadow
That's the one,
Warrior
Shadow
Within?
Warrior Within, or the one where he has two personalities.
That was Two Thrones. That one was good.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
Warrior
try
Within
Sands of
sucks
Time.
ass. I hate it, and I want that game to go away.
How was Sands of Time? Because that's the one I wanted to try.
Bro, stream it. You will love it.
That's the one that.
Is it?
That's the one I think of, I guess.
Is that
Yeah.
on Steam? Because I haven't checked yet.
Let me check.
But like, okay, so in Prince of Persia, when you're jumping around, obviously you can just fall down and die.
Oh, there's
but
fall
when
damage.
You're
Okay.
fighting, you could like,
Yes, it's on Steam.
Oh, okay. I'll check
you
it out.
could sneak up on people, and if you hit the buttons at the right time, you could like assassinate 5 guys without them ever noticing you.
Yeah, you have the potential for stealth kills.
Potential.
Isn't
But
that
if
kind
you
of-
health up, it's okay.
Right.
Isn't that kind of like Assassin's Creed? Like you have the potential also for stealth in Assassin's Creed?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who
yeah,
does it?
I don't mind quick reaction things if it's optional like that.
Mm.
If it's like the whole game is like you have to push the button at the right time or you can't advance, then that's a huge problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah, I don't
Not-
like those kinds of
not-
games.
not a
well, I
fan
mean,
of
I
them.
tolerate those kinds of games, but I prefer otherwise.
Yeah.
Sumo!
Oh, nice.
As long as you're not doing a run on me, I have nothing to give.
The only way you'd beat me is
Baby, got some points there, baby. Looking at that right there, baby.
On gun.
you would have to do much worse to catch up to me.
Don't belittle my win, motherfucker.
Your win is well deserved. Let's just say that your win
Oh
is well
my
deserved.
god, the AI is
I think the costume change might have been a bad move. Maybe. Good game, everyone. Good game.
Oh, good games. Oh, good games.
And looks like we're right at 2 hours now.
Oh wow, look at that timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
You wanna
gonna-
call it for a night. You want to go for a longer?
I'm gonna call it for a night. Oh, what's this? Celestial Moon Rabbit. Oh, it's just asking me for a. It's just asking me for a app review. I forgot this one had a update recently.
Oh? Wait, what is this puzzle thing?
It's a bingo.
Oh, bingo!
Yeah.
I want to play bingo.
Let's see.
I see.
It looks like you have to like complete certain missions
Oh.
to be able to fill this. Win 8 games with Ron and Sumo to fill in the middle one. Is what I have right now.
Hmm.
I've never actually done any events in Mahjong, so I've done events in other games.
Where do y'all see this in events?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an event thing at the
Go
top, right?
click event, and there's this thing called Celestial Moon Rabbit.
Yeah.
You don't see it?
No, I see it now. Yeah.
Cute.
Word confirm, flip this. Win 2 games with all symbols.
I guess your mission's different from mine then.
Interesting.
I think all of ours are different. It's like there's like a little bit of randomization for what you unlock, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you get different. So you fill a line, you get prizes. What is the thing for all of them? Complete each row, column, entire board to get bonus rewards. But I don't know if you get anything special for filling the entire thing. But you can see what you can get for each row and column.
I'm just flipping over everything right now.
Yeah, this might help with bond stuff if you're looking to grind that on your characters.
Eventually. Eventually.
Eventually, I think the bond on my character, the one I'm currently using, is at, what is it at? 4. So almost there. Almost there.
Oh, hey, you have the same character as me. Wait, you have the one I usually use.
Which one?
The belly dancer one.
No, I don't
the
have.
one I should have used.
I don't have her.
Wait, go back to your.
I don't have her. I have
Oh
a starting
no,
two.
never mind.
No, yeah, that's the other default
Never
one.
mind.
That's the other
That was
default
the one
one.
I used to use.
The one I have is a gamer girl.
Cute.
Yes.
What's that little card she has? I
The
wonder.
what card?
She has like a strap that has a card hanging, or like an ID or something like.
Oh, it's like it's a little baggy thing.
I wonder what that is.
It's like a little. It's one of those have you ever seen this thing in Japan where people have like strap bags across their body and stuff?
That's a popular
yeah.
thing in culture now.
Now it's
Weird.
becoming common, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's the hipster thing. Not necessarily a hipster.
It's not necessarily a
It's a
hipster
trendy
thing.
to do, to have like some sort of satchel that you have around your, or like a fanny pack that's going across your chest.
Yeah.
I've got some opinions on it, so
That's actually very common in Korea and Japan. Just
yeah, it's very Korean as well. Yes.
Every Japanese guy, like, or not every, but like the number of guys that had them in Japan was like really high.
yes. I mean, they just had this. That's just how they keep stuff compact, you know.
Yeah. Here, though, there's like a stigma against having a bag if it looks too
Girly.
little. Yeah, because then it looks like a purse, I guess.
It's called a merce. It's called a merce.
It's shut the fuck up.
So that was just me making fun of it. But anyway, Indiana Jones has the same thing. Okay, no one said anything. No one said crap about that.
Satchel. It's a messenger bag. Your character has a messenger bag.
It is a messenger bag.
Yeah.
I always have a messenger bag in real life.
Me too. Me too.
That's yeah. Oh, you're like your chibi. Yeah, that's like my style in real life.
The thing is, I use a jacket and a bag of some sort. If I can't fit in my jacket, it goes in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I have a one-piece backpack that I use as my transporting
A
thing.
one-piece backpack.
Yes.
I mean, I'm
a big person, and it's a tinier backpack, so it looks a little stupid, but I don't care. I love it.
I mean, backpacks are fine, but the thing is again, it's a little bit bulky, especially if you. I'm thinking more like when you're going around. It doesn't matter if it's in Japan or not, but my first thought is Japan, just because that's when I am on foot most of the time. But a backpack, it does kind of get in the way, and there's this thing in Japan where you kind of don't want to get into other people's way too much. So if you have a backpack, you kind of have to. You don't have to, but it helps a lot to switch it over from your back to your front, so that
the public transport as well. Yeah, you have to be ready.
You do that. You do that a lot. So if you're not carrying too much stuff, the backpack is a little bit too much. So these smaller bags is probably why a lot of people have them over there.
That makes sense. I never really thought about it that way, but it makes sense because like train etiquette and everything is major.
Yeah, and plus I don't.
I've heard about this.
Even if that wasn't the case. Even if that wasn't the case, I don't think a lot of people would want to have a big backpack on to begin with, because it does get heavy after a while. But if you have a lot of stuff to haul, the backpack is the way to go, or a luggage, actually.
I guess the little strappy things are kind of a fashion thing.
It can be a fashion thing. Fanny packs are not fashion. Let's just put it that way. Fanny packs are stupid.
But those diagonal things are like pretty much a fanny pack.
They're fancier fanny packs, but the fanny packs that you're probably thinking that overweight guys have on their fishing trips, or moms are probably the ones that you're thinking of, and that's probably where the stigma comes from.
But I think like as long as it's on your shoulder, then it seems fashionable. It's when you put it on your waist that it starts going into mom territory.
Your waist in front of your stomach, that kind of thing, yes.
What about cargo shorts?
What?
What about cargo shorts?
Oh, cargo shorts.
I don't see anyone wearing cargo shorts for the most part. I was a fan of them, though.
I wear cargo shorts when I can.
I used to wear them.
The thing is, the pants get really heavy if you put a lot of stuff in there, so I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
True. I know it's weird for guys, but I actually like cargo capris.
Oh.
Cargo capris. Ah.
So it's it only comes down to mid-calf.
But I mean, like, people have been wearing like long shorts too that are not necessarily considered capris. They're just long. But for you, do you think they're like definitely capris? Like people would look at them and be like, he's wearing capris.
Well, yes.
I don't know why.
I think the fashion committee is like generally against capris based on what I've watched on TV, but I like them.
Our next top model.
Are people turning?
I watch like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, or Queer Eye, I guess it's just called now.
Yeah.
And like Project Runway and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Are people
Sometimes.
not a fan of capris anymore because it reminds of a certain stereotype, I guess?
It's not necessarily that in the fashion world. It's just that it cuts you in an unflattering place in the body.
Where's
Interesting.
Remind me how
Okay.
capris work again?
Capris are like pants that cut off mid-calf.
Yeah.
And that's unflattering?
So yeah, like I mean, a lot of the time on show, I'm watching like competition reality TV. You can't trust this. But
Right,
they'll be like,
right.
you know, like
Can't trust what you see on TV.
you can cut your leg at a specific place, and then like an inch lower will be unflattering. You know, like it's hard
Yeah.
to say.
That
I can see
get
that. I can see
Like
that.
it's not something that I'm aware of, but I've definitely heard fashionistas say things like that. I am not a fashionista. I wear jeans and t-shirts and like sneakers every day. So
Yeah,
don't
same-
listen to me, guys. Don't
Same for
listen to
me. Jeans,
Well-
sneakers, and a jacket.
Yeah.
Mine is compression shorts and a hoodie. That's what I typically
Oh, yep.
whenever I'm not at work.
Mm.
Whether if I'm at work, it's a polo and jeans.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I really like the capris and long socks. So it like covers up your entire leg, but
Oh.
yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Mm.
I think now, like in my opinion, nowadays any fashion should be fine because we've seen it all.
True.
You know, we've seen it all, and we're just making choices based on personal preference.
Yeah, some's gonna be more popular than others though. Like I think a lot of people, if they had the choice, they're going to probably dress up in like K-pop outfits, or let's say tech wear. Tech wear is, I think, big in certain circles. I would like some tech wear if they weren't so freaking expensive.
Mm,
I don't know. It's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic.
yeah. Like for
Karen,
me, I wear a lot of black. A lot of black.
Me too.
Wearing black where you
wouldn't
live
know by my
is
avatar.
Mm-mm.
you're wearing
What do you-
wearing black where Montauk lives. I would be way too hot. I feel like.
Yeah, it sucks sometimes, but it's a lifestyle choice, homie.
You okay? I make fun of that, but then again, where I live, I wear a jacket every single day, even in the peak of summer.
Oh my god, I would be dying.
I couldn't do that, dude.
Yeah, I just got used to it.
Yeah, even when I wear my hoodies, like I have to be inside, and I typically don't have a shirt on underneath it.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, but it's got to be air conditioned. If I'm outside, it's typically like a black t-shirt or something.
mm.
Mm. All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna call it done for today. So everyone, thank you all for joining us.
Oh, I
And
even finished my drink. Sorry,
Finish your
I'm interrupting you. I always interrupt you. Go ahead, Rick.
no, it's like it's just funny because we're ending. It's like, wait, I gotta finish my drink here. It's just funny. It's just funny that was actually a thing. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you found our talk interesting. Remember, if you wanted to join us in the conversation or have something you want to comment, you're free to do that whenever we do these things, and also join us in the game. Always encourage that. Always encourage that.
Absolutely.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that was fun having Bear.
Audience participation is always encouraged.
So yeah, I know in regular podcasts you like there's no participation because it's like it's pre-recorded and stuff, but we're trying to do like a live situation here, so we'll see how that works out. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us, and
Everybody.
we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye. All right, where's my ending button? Ending right here.